Breaking news that's sending shockwaves through the WWE universe. Triple H has made a massive last-minute change to Saturday night's main event, and you won't believe who's stepping in. Cody Rhodes is out, and an unexpected superstar is stepping into the spotlight. Stay locked in because this changes everything. What's up, WWE Universe? Welcome back to Suplex Rumble, where we bring you the biggest news, the hottest takes, and the most electrifying analysis in professional wrestling. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell because you do not want to miss a single update. Let's dive into this bombshell announcement. Alright, let's break down what just happened. Saturday night's main event has been one of WWE's most anticipated returns in recent memory. This legendary program, which gave us some of the most iconic moments in wrestling history back in the 80s and 90s, has been revived by Triple H and the new creative regime, and fans have been buzzing with excitement. Now, the card was absolutely stacked. We're talking dream matches, championship implications, and storylines that have been building for months. And right at the top of that card, the American Nightmare himself, Cody Rhodes, was scheduled to compete in what was being billed as a can't-miss encounter. But here's where things get crazy. According to multiple reports breaking just hours ago, Cody Rhodes has suffered an injury during training. Now, details are still emerging about the exact nature of this injury, but sources close to the situation indicate that WWE's medical team has made the difficult decision to pull Cody from Saturday night's main event as a precautionary measure. And look, we've got to give credit where it's due. WWE's medical protocols have become incredibly strict over the past decade, and rightfully so. The health and safety of these performers always comes first. These athletes put their bodies on the line every single night to entertain us, and if the doctors are saying Cody needs time to heal, then we support that 100%. But this left Triple H and his creative team with a massive problem. Saturday night's main event is days away. The promotional machine has been running at full speed. Fans have bought tickets specifically to see certain matches. What do you do when your main event player goes down? Well, the game did what the game does best. He made a decision that nobody saw coming. Enter Jacob Fatu. Now, if you've been following WWE programming closely, especially over the past year, you know this name. Jacob Fatu is not some random rookie plucked from the Performance Center. This is a man who comes from perhaps the most prestigious wrestling lineage in the history of our sport. For those who might not be familiar, let me paint you a picture. Jacob Fatu is a member of the legendary Anoa'i family. We're talking about the same bloodline that gave us The Rock, Roman Reigns, the Usos, Rikishi, Yokozuna, and countless other Hall of Famers and champions. Wrestling isn't just in this man's blood, it is his blood. Before arriving in WWE, Jacob Fatu absolutely dominated the independent wrestling scene. His work in Major League Wrestling was nothing short of spectacular. This man was putting on five-star classics, showcasing a combination of power, agility, and intensity that made him one of the most talked-about wrestlers outside of WWE. When he finally signed with WWE, the internet wrestling community exploded. People have been waiting for his moment. They've been waiting for Triple H to pull the trigger and show the world what many already knew: Jacob Fatu is a megastar in the making. And now, that moment has arrived. Triple H could have gone the safe route. He could have shuffled the card around, moved a veteran into that spot, played it conservative. But that's not the Triple H we've come to know in this new era of WWE leadership. This is a man who believes in creating stars, not just maintaining them. By putting Jacob Fatu in this spot at Saturday night's main event on a show that will have massive viewership, on a platform that's being positioned as WWE's revival of a legendary brand, Triple H is making a statement. He's saying, I believe in this man. I believe Jacob Fatu can deliver on the biggest stages. And folks, if there's anyone who knows about making the most of an opportunity, it's Triple H. The cerebral assassin built his entire Hall of Fame career on seizing moments and proving doubters wrong. The question now becomes, what kind of match are we getting? Who is Jacob Fatu facing? And what are the implications for his future in WWE? Let's talk about what this means for the landscape of WWE moving forward. First and foremost, this is Jacob Fatu's coming out party. Sure, he's been featured on WWE programming. Yes, hardcore fans know exactly who he is and what he's capable of. But Saturday night's main event represents something different. This is prime time. This is the kind of exposure that can transform a talented performer into a household name overnight. Think about the history of Saturday night's main event. This is where the Ultimate Warrior became a sensation. This is where Hulk Hogan solidified his legendary status. This is where the biggest stars in wrestling history went to cement their legacy in front of massive audiences. For Jacob Fatu, this is his chance to step out of the shadow of his family's incredible legacy and create his own legendary moment. Now, the wrestling business has a long and storied tradition of the next man up philosophy. Injuries are unfortunate, but they create opportunities. Some of the biggest stars in wrestling history got their break because someone else got hurt. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, John Cena, all of them benefited at some point from being in the right place at the right time when opportunity knocked. Jacob Fatu just got handed the keys to a Ferrari. The question is, can he drive? Based on everything we've seen from him throughout his career, the answer is a resounding yes. This man has the look, the talent, the pedigree, and most importantly, the hunger. You can see it in his eyes. You can feel it in his presence. Jacob Fatu has been waiting for this moment his entire life. But let's also talk about the strategic brilliance of this move from Triple H's perspective. The WWE landscape is more competitive than ever. AEW is pushing hard. Independent wrestling is thriving. WWE needs to constantly be creating new stars, new matchups, and new reasons for fans to stay invested. By elevating Jacob Fatu in this moment, Triple H is sending multiple messages. He's telling the locker room that opportunities exist if you're ready to grab them. He's telling the fans that WWE is willing to take creative risks. And he's telling the wrestling world that WWE's talent pool is so deep that they can pivot on a dime and still deliver premium content. This is the kind of bold, decisive leadership that has defined Triple H's tenure running creative. No fear. No hesitation. Just pure, calculated aggression in pursuit of creating the best possible product. Now, let's talk about how the WWE Universe is reacting to this news, because folks, social media is on fire right now. The responses have been overwhelmingly positive, which frankly, is incredible considering we're talking about replacing a fan favorite like Cody Rhodes. But that speaks to the respect that Jacob Fatu has already built with the hardcore fanbase. Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, every wrestling community online is buzzing. Fans are sharing his greatest matches from his independent run. People are breaking down his moveset. Wrestling analysts are predicting this could be a star-making performance. And you know what I love about this? The genuine excitement. There's something special about seeing a performer get their big opportunity, especially when it's someone who's worked incredibly hard to get to this point. Jacob Fatu didn't take shortcuts. He didn't rely solely on his family name. He went out there and proved himself, night after night, in venues big and small, building a reputation as one of the most exciting performers in the world. Now, of course, there are some concerns. Anytime you make a last-minute change to a major show, there are risks. Will there be enough time to properly build the storyline? Will casual fans who don't follow wrestling as closely understand who Jacob Fatu is and why they should care? These are legitimate questions, but here's the thing, WWE's production team is the best in the business. They have the ability to create video packages, to tell stories, to bring audiences up to speed in a matter of minutes. If anyone can make a last-minute replacement feel like it was the plan all along, it's WWE. Plus, and this is important, Jacob Fatu's in-ring work speaks for itself. Even if someone has never heard his name before, the moment he steps between those ropes and starts performing, they're going to understand exactly why he got this opportunity. Narrator. Before we wrap up, we absolutely need to address Cody Rhodes and wish him a speedy recovery. The American Nightmare has been on an incredible journey over the past few years. His story leaving WWE, conquering the independent scene, helping build AEW, and then returning to WWE to finish his story has been one of the most compelling narratives in modern wrestling. Injuries are part of this business, unfortunately. These athletes perform at the highest level, pushing their bodies to the absolute limit week after week. The fact that Cody has been as durable as he has been, wrestling through various injuries and maintaining his spot at the top of the card, is a testament to his toughness and dedication.